And someone's just sitting there doing this on the corner with it's not even near them, and they're just.
I forgot that. This ass, dude, that was a joke and a half. That one was so good.
Hey, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to what?
Ew. Ew. Welcome back to Two Brains, One Cell.
One cell. Is this episode 50?
50. Whoa.
50, dude. 50.
Yeah, I forgot to write it down again.
That's fine.
That's weird.
That is very weird.
50.
We're 2 weeks away.
Whoa.
2 weeks. 2 weeks away from hitting our 1 year. You know what? Want to know what needs to happen? You guys need to send us fucking money.
Money. Or maybe stop unsubscribing, please.
Yeah, that too. It's kind of pissing me off.
It's not fair to
No.
us, honestly.
Stop it.
I don't really appreciate that.
Or do, but then resubscribe.
Yeah, then just do it again.
Yeah.
And then we both get it. It's a win-win.
Just get the thrill of the satisfaction of my brain shorted
Sacrifice your will.
out. Gonna be honest, I had a short circuit right there. There was.
And I never look back on the way in.
That's what I'm saying.
Sweet, sweet, sweet victory.
Yeah,
That should have been the Super Bowl. I mean, no diss on Rihanna. She did fantastic.
didn't watch.
But
Should have still been SpongeBob.
well, because they did that one year. They were like, it's going to be SpongeBob. And then it was some stupid, like, they could have done the Bubble Bowl
Yeah. Oh,
for the Super Bowl.
absolutely.
And just done Sweet Victory, and they would have won everyone's hearts.
oh yeah. Easy.
I'm still bitter about it, honestly.
I would be.
It was
I
like
would be pretty
4 Super Bowls ago or something.
Oh damn.
It was a while ago.
Oh, okay. Hey, more Super Bowl talk. How many weeks has it been?
Like 3.
I don't know. I like Super Bowl.
Love UFC.
Love the UFC.
Fuck that guy.
Obliterated.
But yes, welcome back.
Welcome back, guys.
Where should we
Chaotic.
start?
I'll start. Package story. It's just a quick little story about what happened. I was coming home from work, and the turn to get into my complex is very sudden. So you have to like either get over or like go fast, otherwise you're getting rear-ended at 50 miles an hour. So I'm going and I see this guy. It looks like he's about to pull out of the area, but he's out of his van. It's this huge van. He's out of it, just standing in front, holding a box, looking confused as hell. He's just standing there. And
Menacingly.
I managed to like get up onto the curb of where I need to go in, but then he steps in front of my car because it's not a very wide area. It's just enough for 2 cars, and his is there, and now he's standing in front of me. And I'm like, what the fuck does this idiot want? Like, why is he standing in front of me getting home? So I roll down my window. I'm like, what do you want? He's like, I don't know what house to go to. And like, he was an older, like, Indian guy, and he just looks so confused. So fucking confused. And he shows me the address. It's my house. He's trying to deliver something for my roommate. I see my roommate's name. I'm like, oh, that's for me. That goes to my house. If you need to check, it's the one on the right, farthest down. He's like, oh, okay. And then he leaves. He goes and gets in his van. I'm like, I just said it was okay. Well, fine, whatever. So I just drive past. I park in the garage, and then I hear, hey man, wait. And I'm like, I could close the garage. I'm in here. I could close the garage.
I know that feeling.
I could do it. And I'm like, fine. So I walk out, and he's on foot again. He got back out of his car. So he left his van there, and now he's on foot, and he's like, so which house did you say? And I'm standing in front of my garage. This is probably super rude, and I just go,
This one.
this one, my house. It's for me. I told you this. And he's like, oh, okay. And he gives me the box, and I'm like, cool, bye. And he's like, I need to take a picture. And I'm like,
You're just sitting there, just irritated, holding this box.
yeah. So he takes a picture of me with the box. And I talked to my roommate later. I'm like, get that picture.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should.
And sadly, it cut off like right here, so you couldn't see my face.
Oh.
But I was just standing there like,
It would have been funny if he took the picture and you're like, hey, can I get a copy of that?
I know, seriously. Yeah, I was so excited. Like, it's got to be a good one because I'm sitting there looking pissed as fuck at this guy for being an idiot.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's like, also, how hard is it to read a house number?
Well,
Not that hard.
well,
Especially their systems that take you exactly to where you need to go.
how many times has a package been delivered across the street, though?
I fixed that issue.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for some reason, townhomes are a gray area or something for Amazon.
Well, it
It-
depends on the paint.
Yeah. Fuck off. Anyways, townhomes are neither really apartments or homes, so they have a
Yeah.
hard time locating them. What I needed to do was then put the first 3 digits of my address just into the apartment thing, and then all of a sudden they could find me. And they knew
What the
exactly where to
heck?
go, even though I don't live in an apartment, it is a house. Whatever. But yeah, so I fixed that one.
That's weird.
But yeah, so I was just like, whatever, dude. And then he's just like, okay, bye, and then walks away. And literally, I look out my window 30 minutes later, his van is still parked there.
He comes back with another package. He's like, where does this one go?
Where's this one?
And you read it, and it says, like, Salt Lake.
Yeah.
You're like, well, so you're going to take this turn, and you're going to you're gonna get on the freeway.
It just says Canada.
He's like, I don't know where to put this one. And
I
you're
don't,
like,
I don't know where this one goes. I'm like, it's just
you
down.
just go,
Oh, that's mine.
that's here. I'll take that. He goes, okay.
Okay. I know, really, I could have stolen that package if it wasn't mine. I could have dead ass done that because of this dude. He didn't verify or anything. But yeah, so that
guy.
happened to me.
Poor guy.
I know. I felt bad, but not. Cause I'm like, if you didn't know how to do this, why'd you take the job? Like, but whatever.
Oh. Here, it's mine.
This one, I said this.
All right, where should we go next?
I don't know. What's one of yours you wanna? Actually, let's talk about your photo shoot. I want to talk about that one.
So I've been wanting to do like a self photo shoot for a while, 'cause here's the thing. I'm gonna be very blunt here, okay?
Oh, this dude's crazy.
Oh, swallow the roach.
He swallowed the roach.
I'm gonna be very blunt here.
Just cough.
I'm not a big fan of doing photo shoots of people unless I am very close with them. So like I could do a photo shoot with you, or I could do one with Gabe, or I can do one with Fletcher like I have in the past, or like any of my friends I can do photo shoots with them because I know how to get you to understand what I want you to do.
True.
And if I have an idea, then I'd be like, all right, let's try this, and like you'll understand it, right?
Yeah.
But with other people, they usually already have an image of what they want in their head. So they have an expectation, and they have something that I don't even know if I can fulfill that expectation. So
True.
I don't like doing photo shoots of people very often, but I do it anyway. It's good for a profile or portfolio, I mean.
True.
And so it's been a while, almost a year. There's a couple months away from me doing the last self photo shoot that I did.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I've been kind of wanted to do it anyway. Why not?
Yeah. Your body's changed in the past
Yeah.
year.
And so I was like,
Homeboy's
just
got some muscles.
give it a try again. And I had no idea what I was going to do when I went into this. Like, I got home and I was like sitting down, or I was getting I changed out of my work clothes and into sweatpants and a wife beater
Solid.
into one of these, which there should be a different name for those.
Oh yes.
Into this tank top of this sort, of this variety. But
this white tank top.
I
That
changed
beats women.
I changed into that and then went upstairs and went to make food. And I was sitting up there and I was like, maybe I shouldn't do it. And like I had put on my story, my Snapchat story, I might just say fuck it and do a self photo shoot again to boost my confidence, or it might destroy my confidence entirely. And so when I got home, I was like, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't. I don't even know what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of sat down for a second, and then I can't remember what led me to cleaning the room a little bit more, but I started picking up And then I knocked over the books on my desk on accident and went, all right, I'm doing the photo shoot. And just started pulling everything out from the corner in there. And was just like, get this shit out of here. I'm doing a photo shoot. And then I left the desk right there. And I just got for Christmas, I got some new backdrops. So I pulled out one of the black backdrops. And the way that I had this set up.
I'm very impressed you got through that sentence without fail. That would have tripped me up hard.
I set it up with the one pole was like right in the corner of the room, and then the top pole connects across, but it's a fixed length, and you can only connect, like, to get it to go across to fit perfectly into those, it has to connect 2 bars. So it's a set length of like 4 feet. That's bigger than what I have out there.
Yeah.
So I set one in the corner, max height, and then the other one I made it like. I tried to custom, like, where I could, like, eyeball it, set it on my bed, put my weighted blanket around the bottom of it, and then put the pole on it perfectly fine, and then drape the backdrop down over the top of that.
This dude's an engineer. Get him a job.
And then I had the desk there, cleared everything out, and I closed my curtains because the sun wasn't out, so I was like, the lighting might not be the best. So I closed the curtains, grabbed my light bar, and grabbed my, like, lamp that's usually sitting right there. And I started messing with the lighting, and I got a couple with that lighting and was like, it's all right. I'll keep playing with it. And I took like 4 with my beanie, and then it got hot because I was right under the vent. And so I took my beanie off and started to do this with my hair, and I could see the photo on my phone, and I was just like,
yep.
And it starts beeping, and then I just held my hands there. Like I was literally taking my hair out and then was like, that could work. Beep. And it starts doing the timer, and then I just sat there taking my hair out. And took the picture, and then voila. And then at one point, the sun actually started to peek through the clouds, so I pulled the curtain open and started to get better pictures. And I kind of was just, like, messing around with stuff, and then I just went real silly goofy. Like, I put on some of my CDs out there. Like, I was listening to Post Malone's Hollywood's Bleeding album, and there's a picture of me, like, going in, like, this weird, like, my face is just in a weird position because I'm sitting there singing one of his songs and my hands are out, and I'm just vibing. And there was a point where I did some silly goofy ones, and then I pulled a speaker that I had nearby off the ground. And at first it's this big speaker. It's like a foot tall, and it's a thick.
It's a little more than a foot, yeah.
It's a big speaker, and I put it up to my ear as if I was listening, like trying to hear what's going on inside of the speaker. And it's just massive next to my ear. And then I slowly start to take a couple pictures with it. And so I'm like holding it, like cradling it like you would like a baby almost. And then another one, I'm sitting there and I've got my hands on the top of it and stuff like that.
They're adorable pictures.
It's so funny.
Super silly goofy.
Did the camera cut? Oh.
Yes, it did.
Whoa. Why does that keep happening?
Dude, I was wondering the same.
Did you take out your Invisalign first?
Oh my god. Forgot about that bar.
5 years, baby. 5 years. 5 years.
You know what? I don't know if I actually clicked record on that. I did. We're good. Just second guessing
He
myself.
clicked record.
Just as usual.
Like we say in the shop, better to measure twice and weld once.
But I took some cute couples photos with a speaker, and there's some that I haven't gotten to yet with editing, but I did this really cool idea where I grabbed all those books that I had on the desk originally and stacked them up and left a hole in, so like it kind of like the length of the books create like a hole kind of so that you can see through it with the camera.
It's just your penis.
And at first I was trying to get my face in the view, but because I'm at the desk, I was down here like sunken into the chair. I sunken into the chair trying to get my face through the books, and I took one picture like that, and then I was like, this is not working. And then I did this thing.
How long did it take you to put the books in order?
They're not in order like specifically to do that. I just kind of was pushing them.
Oh, gotcha.
And making the hole out of it.
Gotcha.
Then I was like, what else can I do with this since I can't put my face in there? And then I was like, and just stuck my hand through it and was like, this looks cool. And then I made it look like my arm's like reaching out of the books.
Just like that Renaissance painting.
Yeah, and it's like reaching out of the books toward the lens of the camera. and it's got like my rings and stuff on, and I took a couple like that, and then I took one of it like almost reaching out to grab something, and then reaching out as in like to grab the hand or something. Like I took a bunch of those,
Yeah.
and I just thought that was like a fun little idea. And then I ended it with like I did a couple more like flexing and like just some silly goofy ones and like the belly button.
Oh my god, that one was so good. I was waiting for you to
The
bring that one
quality
up.
in that one is insane.
It's insane.
But
It's like the most 8K shit I've ever seen in my life, and it's just your belly button.
and it was so funny because I literally stood up to go turn the camera off, and then was just like, just lifted up my shirt, and then I was like, wait, hit the button. It's all beep 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 beep, and I'm just holding my finger in my belly button and staring at the camera, and you can only see my midsection, so there's not like you can't see me. But there's some really funny ones.
It's
but
pretty good.
I'll put a little like cute thing together, try and summarize the whole thing, and throw it in right here. Welcome back. Wasn't that so cute? I did such a good
Super
job.
Cute. Water time.
Hey, Stinky.
Almost said the other one.
But yeah, it was fun, and it was just like a wing it kind of thing, and it boosted my confidence a little because the few people that I did send it to, like I sent it to Braxton, one with my hands up, and he was like, "Holy shit, look at your biceps," and I was like, "Thank you." And then like I said, Ethan slid up, and he was like, "Dude, you're looking good," and like all that. So it boosted a little bit,
Good.
and I'll have to post those soon once I
Oh,
can
definitely.
edit them.
Yeah.
But I felt bad because I still have all of our New Year's Eve photos in my email.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they're all sitting like kind of on my phone. They're in my email, so I can get
Yeah.
them off my phone and send them to you guys.
That's funny. I think all of us forgot.
Yeah. So it'll be a friendly surprise when I send them.
Yeah. Just be
But
like, you should just wait till Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Here's
Merry
the
Christ-
photos from last year.
Here's last year.
No,
just on people's birthdays, give them the ones with
of
them
just
in
them.
It. Yeah.
I felt bad because I realized it when I had got them all off my phone because I had it on the app where I could just immediately get it off the camera to my phone.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, select 72 because I took like 72 photos, and then was like, download. And then I just sat there with my phone, was downloading all the photos, and was walking around, and then I was like, oh, shit.
You had one of those. Oh.
Yeah. I never sent them to you guys, and I was like,
Cold start in the winter. That's what he turned into.
that's what I turned into. So I felt bad, and I'm going to try, after I'm done editing these, I am going to get the other ones off my phone and
Nice.
or off my email and send them to you guys.
Sick.
I felt like an idiot. But
Yeah, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, holy shit!"
yeah, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I forgot about these," and I'm gonna be like, "Sorry."
Don't even say sorry. Just be like, "Yeah, you're welcome. You finally got them."
I just blame it on Walgreens because they probably all forgot that I got the photos.
Probably.
It was totally Walgreens' fault.
It was Walgreens' fault.
It was just this guy was standing outside of Kate's place with the photos and wouldn't give it to Walgreens.
Yeah, seriously. What the fuck?
Yeah, so I felt like an idiot, but I'll get them to y'all.
Yeah, whatever. We all forgot, so it wasn't that important.
Yeah, I hope so.
Still excited for it now.
Yeah.
Now that I know it's a thing.
Jammed up.
Hey yo. Anyways, that's
I quit.
I quit. Yeah. That's my testacuzzi right there. Yep. Anyways, I can't actually see what's on the board.
Oh, fuck. You wanted me to write down mandatory amount.
True. Just a little question I had for you. What sport?
Yeah. Airport.
There's gonna be one of these times when he does that to me, and I off myself that second.
No, it's gonna. I'm gonna do that, and all of a sudden it just cuts to black, and it's gonna be like the video issues thing. We're gonna come back, and my glasses are broken.
It's all fucked up.
Yeah, I got a black eye, and my shirt's ripped, and I'm just, and then I'm all, what did you know?
No,
And I'm
I
like,
don't think so.
okay, well, guys,
Sit. So, what? You're like exploding to not do it. What sport do you think should have a mandatory amount of alcohol required?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, there's this thing called beer league hockey.
See, hockey was one of the things I was already thinking of. I'm
and
glad
they
it's already
have
a
a
thing.
beer league. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Hockey
Is a dangerous thing to add alcohol into.
I think baseball would be funny. Like if someone goes to swing the bat and they just let go, and it just launches into the outfield and he just takes off.
So he goes to catch the ball, just right past him.
He takes off, but he goes to the second base first.
Mm-hmm.
And he stomps on the pitcher's mound.
Every base you get, you take a shot. No one's getting a point that game.
And then what's another good one?
I mean, this is a good one, but people already do it. Golf.
Yeah, that one kind of already
Golf,
happens, yeah.
you kind of just have to have a 30 rack in the back of the caddy. Otherwise, you're not golfing. Couldn't speak from experience because I also don't golf, but I think that's how it works.
What about what's it called? Fuck.
Uh-oh.
What is it called?
What do you do in this
It's
sport?
the one where you're sitting there like this, trying to on the ice, and they throw the thing.
Oh, like shuffleboard or some shit like that.
But it's an Olympic
Curling.
sport. Curling.
Curling, yeah. Curling.
Because they're going in the complete opposite direction of the
Yeah.
board, and they just let go, and it bounces off someone's feet, and then goes this way.
Did I get the point?
And someone's just sitting there doing this on the corner with it's not even near them, and they're just.
What about NASCAR?
You just got to go out on Washington for that.
True. True. No. Let's make drinking and driving a sport.
Well, it's like the same argument where people are like, why don't we have an Olympics where people can take as much drugs as they want?
Right.
Let's see the absolute, the real limit that the body has.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's see the peak
Let's
of
see
humans.
actually how high someone can jump.
Yeah. Give this guy any amount of meth he wants. Let's see how long he can hold his breath.
Steroids.
Watch him fight that dragon.
Let's put him in the ring the ring with Cocaine Bear and just see what happens.
They just slap VR headsets on all of these idiots and just let them go to town.
They're just like,
yeah, ow,
yeah. Ow.
oh,
It's my brass knuckles or my stainless steel knuckles.
yeah.
Take that. That's for punching me in the face after cutting you off. Oh wait. That didn't happen.
That didn't happen. Wait.
I don't think football would be a big funny one.
No, football, it would just suck.
I think it'd be
Because they
funny.
would just throw up.
Right, but
Because they're running.
I do think it would be funny to see them all lined up and they're kind of wobbling, and you just see hut, and one
And
of them
that
just
just-
takes off to the sideline,
And have them fall over
Yeah. And then the quarterback is just backing up
forever.
with the football. It just keeps backing up,
Yeah.
and no one's on him, and he just keeps backing up. Touchdown! And then he goes to throw it, and it bounces off the field goal and hits him in the helmet. And he gets stuck right in the just
Man, what else could be just so much funnier?
pickleball.
I was thinking that or tennis.
Seeing people just
Yeah, they're running for it for their lives, and they just keep running. And
or they just do that thing where they're stumbling and they just keep
Mhm.
falling.
that would be pretty good. That would be pretty good.
I'm trying to think Olympic sports.
I know.
because there could be like
Ski jumping.
or,
Like the high jumps they do on the skis.
What is it? The javelin one that they do where they not like the throwing them, but like when you stick it in the ground and the pole vaulting.
Oh, yeah.
Pole vaulting. That one would be funny.
That
They
would be
do it and they just go completely off to the side somewhere. I think it's funny that the real reason why these are funny is because they're going not where they're supposed to go. Like the
Exactly.
trajectory changes just because they're intoxicated.
Which
is funny.
Yeah,
But,
that's
like,
really funnier to see someone just miss their goal entirely.
Like when it's that big, like if it's a giant pole that goes across, like it's a big span, and they went that way. Like
yeah,
they missed it by 20 feet somewhere else.
they're just in the crowd.
Or they did it and they just started to like balance somehow in the middle.
Yeah, I was gonna say somehow they just like are standing on top of it, and then also just the Akatsuki music.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden he activates his Sharingan and then kills everyone in the crowd.
in his clan.
Yep. What else would be fun? I don't want to like milk this topic dry, but I feel like we haven't touched on it enough.
No, there's so much.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? That video.
So fucking funny.
Oh, it just. I guess I can explain it.
Yeah.
They don't know about it. One night, I was laying in bed and my cat. So I have cat treats for him, and I usually like to give it to him when I'm laying down in bed, so that I can give it to him, and then we can both just hang out and chill. And he appreciates me for giving him cat treats, so he's just like cuddly, extra cuddly. So we sit down, or I sit down and I lay down, and then he's trying to like get to his treats or whatever. And I just ignore him because sometimes he does it like he tries too hard to find the treats. And so I'm ignoring him, and I look over, and his face is completely inside of my bed and this cubby that's in there.
Me. Okay, guys, here. You might want that.
I looked up a list of I looked up sports. First, I looked up funny sports, and it came up with cheese rolling. Not something I'm familiar with. Carson knew of it.
I heard about it. Yeah, I think it's when you take like wheels of cheese and you go to like a hill or something like that, and you just roll it and see whose cheese goes further.
Yeah.
And because I think I remember I don't know how I stumbled upon that, but it was a picture of someone with a wheel of cheese. It's like a stock photo almost with someone with a wheel of cheese smiling and moving like this wheel of it, and there's people behind him doing the same thing in this grass, and it's like sunny and yeah.
Holy shit. Holy shit, they look so happy. Oh, and you have to like run down the hill and shit too?
Oh, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
It looks like they're all hauling. Is this the sport I see where everyone's like eating shit constantly?
That would be so funny.
Annual cheese rolling. Of course it's in the UK.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know what? I was walking through a store the other day with Mom, and the wheels of cheese were just sitting there, you know. And I go, "What do you?" And then I stopped. She goes, "What?" And I was like, "It was just a dumb question." And she's like, "What were you gonna say?" And I was like, "What do you do with a wheel of cheese?" And I was like, do you just eat that cheese for like the next year?
For real.
What do you actually do with a wheel of cheese? And she was like, I don't know, probably eat it, I guess. And I was like, well, yeah, but like
That's so much cheese.
that's a lot of cheese.
That is so much cheese.
Which reminds me earlier that joke I made on the phone. You were saying that this plant has so many holes in it. And you're like, it just doesn't make sense. This plant has so many holes in it. And I said, that's what I said to my cheese grater or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Like, that's what I said to my cheese grater.
It's got so many holes in it.
This fucker, dude.
To continue what I was saying, though, is he had his head inside of the cubby, like where my bed was, and I put a pillow there so he couldn't do that. So his head is squished inside of the cubby with the pillow, and I took a video, and I turn it, and the flash is on, and I go, "What are doing, kitty? What are doing? What are doing?" And he pulls his head out, and he, like, sees the flash, and he just goes, "Ow."
It's so fucking funny.
It looks like I just caught a homie doing some random shit like he wasn't supposed to.
What are you doing, kitty?
That's a
I'll look
fun
through the
one.
video again and see if I can put it on, but
Yeah.
so fucking funny.
What are doing? Kitty.
Yeah. Let's look at the list of these other ones. I feel like volleyball, it would be pretty funny because they would just be falling. They would like dive for the ball and just face plant.
Or someone just headbutts it.
Yeah.
Just boom, boom. I got it. I remember we used to do that in gym when we would play volleyball in gym and stuff like that. We would headbutt it, and then half of the people would be like, "You can't do that."
You can't do that.
And then the other half would be like, "Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can."
Uh-huh.
It was so
It's
funny.
just a fight. Oh my god, why is an ad pulling up? Yeah, honestly, the rest of these aren't too funny. Rock climbing, that would just be miserable.
That'd be terrifying.
That would suck.
Fencing would be funny.
Fencing would be really funny. And one I thought of earlier was rugby.
They already seem drunk when they do that.
Yeah, exactly. They're beating the shit. It's football with more violence.
Yeah. I did want to talk about the weather that's been going
Yeah.
on lately, real quick.
I'll be done with this little segment.
Because we got a winter weather storm warning,
Yeah.
and it was like severe. It was a severe storm warning, and it popped up on my phone like 2 days in a row. And it was supposed to be like Tuesday, Wednesday, I think. And Tuesday, I was talking to someone, and they're like, "Is it snowing yet?" And I looked outside, and I was like, "Nope, it's still raining." And they're like, "Oh, that's weird." And I was like, "Yeah, trust me, I think it's weird because we've got a storm warning for the past 2 days, and it's
Yeah.
raining, and it's 42 degrees." And I was like, "It's so dumb. Like, that must have been for somewhere else." That same day,
Yep.
we had so much snow dump on us. It was, I think, total in 24 hours, it was 8 inches of snow.
Up in the mountains, that 24 hours, they got 2 feet.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
And it was terrifying to drive in because that's the first actual snowstorm that I have driven in. And I almost was like, maybe I shouldn't go to the gym. And I was already toying with the idea of not going to the gym just because it was
Yeah.
a bad day.
I get it.
And then I was like, no, I got to stay consistent. I just might as well go. And it's just legs, it's whatever. And so I went home, changed, came back out, and I was like, it's still pretty bad. Like, oh my gosh. And so I was like sliding around out like in my neighborhood and stuff because the plows take the main roads first,
Yeah.
and then eventually they come into the residential areas. And I was just slipping and sliding around. I had told Cade that I was pulling out of the gym parking lot. This was the next day, I think. And I was pulling out of the parking lot, and it's onto this main road, and there's 3 lanes of traffic that are on the right side of the road that go out there, and I got to turn right. And so I'm like, all right, I'm not going to risk it and try and sneak into like the closest lane to me with other cars right there. I'm going to wait so that's clear, so in case I do slide, I'm not going to hit a car.
Yeah.
So I did, and there was one car on the furthest lane away from me. And so I hit the gas, and I start to turn, and then I hit the gas a little more because I wasn't sliding. And then all of a sudden, I'm now looking at a curb. And then I just start hitting this little turn move over here, this maneuver. And then I did a little overcorrection, and then I pulled it back to the middle and was doing those things where you just kind of like do this to try and get it to stabilize.
Yeah.
And I finally caught regular ground and then just kept driving. And I was telling Kate, I was like, I literally didn't even hesitate. Like, I think it's because of the neighborhood, because every time
Yeah.
it snows in here, I'm dealing with that. And I sometimes try to do that, allegedly.
Allegedly.
That I had, like, as soon as it had happened, instead of being like, oh, shit, and, like, freaking out, I was just like,
Calm and collected. Cool as a cucumber. He overcame.
And, but I was telling him it was just it was a cool thing for me to go from being absolutely terrified to be behind the wheel, and now I've been drifting around and just like, oh, yep, here we go.
I don't know about you guys. I'm proud of him.
At least someone is.
That's a big thing to come back from.
But I felt like an idiot again. It was the next time this week that I felt like an idiot because I was just like, it's raining. It's 42 degrees and it's raining. Why would, and it just boom.
Yeah. That Tuesday, I had to leave work early to go to something. And I get there, and it's like a 10-minute drive from my work. And from work to this place, it changed from rain to heavy snow.
It was such a big change.
Yeah, it came from that way as well, so I drove into it. And it was fucking bad. And then I was at this place for like an hour and a half. I come back out. It's horrible. Like, so much in a matter of an hour and a half.
It was
and then,
wild.
Like, I got to drive home now. The drive home should only be about 15 minutes. Do you want to guess how long it was?
45.
I told you, didn't I?
Nope.
Oh, okay. It was like 45 minutes.
No, because that same thing happened to me. I was driving home from the gym that same day that I was like almost spinning out.
Yeah.
On Washington near 5 Points.
Washington. That's where.
And
yeah.
I'm in the 2 turning lanes, and that takes even longer than the regular lanes.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sitting behind 2 plow trucks that are massive. They're not just the regular plow trucks that go
Yeah.
out there. They're the ones that spin salt out the back and have the
Yeah.
second plow that comes off the side. And people are trying to get around me and stuff like that. I'm like, you can't go around me. Like, their plow is right there. You're going to smack into the side of this snow plow. Like,
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
you're not supposed to pass
plow.
them. No, yeah.
That's super bad.
And so I was just sitting there jamming the fuck out to music. And like I had told him, I had been obsessed with, I still am, with Kill Bill by SZA. So I'm sitting there just like, I might kill my ex, not the best idea. And I'm just tapping on my steering wheel and like just jamming out in there and dancing. And I'm seeing people throwing their hands up like they're just pissed off that they can't get through traffic and stuff. And I'm just,
Yep.
woo. And it took me 30 minutes to get home when that usually takes me like 8 minutes to get home from
Yeah.
the gym. So I was just
It was horrible. And, like, I was on the phone with my mom for, like, 15 minutes of that. And I'm like, hey, Mom, the amount of time we've been on the phone, I went from 38th to 31st.
yeah.
Let's go. Yeah, it was horrible.
It was
like, it was
wild.
legitimately bad.
And then it like was completely sunny the next morning. After those 2 days,
Yep.
it was sunny.
It's sunny.
I
Beautiful,
was like,
honestly.
what is going on?
Yeah, this is an interesting place, you know? And also, it's going to start snowing again here
I know, and, like,
tomorrow.
the next 3, it's like on and off for the next like 4 days.
I'm pretty sure it turned to, like, 2 days consistent,
Yeah.
and then just, here and there.
So dumb.
So, yippee!
Careful out there, everybody.
Yeah, careful. It's going to be hazardous roads.
And
Kind of all,
enough
Wait a
about
minute.
church weather.
wait a minute. Back to Dan outside. There's still pink flying dildos everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Still everywhere.
Pink penis dildos.
Pink penis dildos. Thank you.
Um,
Back to you.
What should we do next here? I've got 3 things on this side. I don't know if you can see them.
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this little controversial one. I was thinking at work, just a random thought pops in my head, and you know how I am at work. You know, I think of these like really funny bits
You
at
were
work.
thinking.
You got me.
Yeah. What do you think?
Who do I think I am?
I
can
can
think
ooh, it's spinning. Oh.
And I thought of how funny it would be for just it could be any person that's from a foreign country, anybody. But I was thinking about maybe like an Italian or something like that. That's like they do this like how you say and they're like they have the accent, you know, heavy
Yeah.
accent. They're not really speaking English very well, and they go how you say cheeseburger. Like they say something very very clearly in an American accent, but they're like very like just any foreign country like
It
that.
sounds like they just get turned into like a text to speech.
And it's like the hello Mario thing
hello.
that we
Mario.
were joking about,
Yeah.
but it's like how you say
banana.
sentence structure, like you know, like
How do you say onomatopoeia?
how you say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, and you're just like wow.
How do you say exuberant?
You're just like wait a fucking second, and then
What the fuck?
I just thought about how funny it would be, like, or even you're in a foreign country and that you're not like an English like speaking country, and that happens where they're speaking to you in English. It's
Yeah.
like they don't know how to speak and they're trying to help you, and then they're like, how you say and then they just say something out of nowhere that's completely normal.
Yeah.
Like I guess I shouldn't say normal, but just
No.
English accent, but like very monotone, like a computer. Like it just
Yeah.
came out perfect.
Like, yeah, just text to speech. Like all those TikTok voices.
Yeah, like it would just be so funny. You're
It's
like
just-
asking for directions. How you say?
We know it's randomly the TikTok girl. Doesn't even match them at all.
It's just they say something and then like
And
2
it's-
seconds later that comes out.
Cheeseburger.
how you say car rental? Like just something weird.
Yep.
I thought that would be so funny. I also just remembered I wanted to say that I think we need to start doing bits outside of the podcast. It's still like to post for the podcast kind of stuff, but like just like when we go do something, like maybe if we go play mini golf or something again,
Like, take videos of it.
yeah, and just do stupid things.
I've been thinking about that. Like, not vlogging, but at
No.
least, like,
it's kind of
taking-
like what Garrett does.
yeah, taking videos of what we're doing and just posting that shit. I think that's a wonderful idea.
Like he posted one of him trying. He was holding his golf ball, and he's trying to shoot it. Like he's trying to just like almost like pong, like cup pong that thing into the hole.
Yeah.
And he throws it. First one he posted, he throws it, and it pings off the inside of it and shoots into the water. And I was like, how did he catch that video like first try? And it goes to the side of the hole, bounces off like whatever, like the ceramic or plastic or whatever's in there, and shoots out and into the water right next to the hole.
Huh.
And then it happened 3 more times where he was in different spots and he'd throw it and it would bounce out and shoot into the water. Like it just somehow kept doing that.
Weird.
And I just thought it was funny. Like, why don't we do stuff like that where we have it? Like, if we do something with our friends, like, I mean,
Yeah.
it's winter, so we're not doing stuff right now.
Yeah.
But in the summer, if we're ever going out and doing stuff like that, like, we should try and do some funny bits where, like,
Oh, I
we're
think,
just being
yeah.
stupid, you
I
know?
think that'd be fun.
Not doing, like, the public menace stuff where you're, like,
Fuck that.
doing bullshit where you're. That
no,
pisses me
I
off.
hate that stuff as well.
But just like the funny, like, you know, you just be like, all right, now check this out. And you do some fucking stupid shit, you know?
just
like,
hits the craziest gritty. Oh my god,
At
guys,
church?
he's hitting the gritty at church. Oh my god.
It was a random thing that I remembered I wanted to talk about is that I feel like we should start trying to do stuff like that.
I think that's a great idea.
And then maybe that'll help. Yeah. Oh my God, that was forever ago.
Yeah.
Whoa! 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 That's a real. That's a real one. That's a real one. Oh. That's a real one. That's a real one.
Yay!
God, I'm a fucking mess right now.
I did my job today.
Yeah. There's 2 things.
Yeah, I
Else.
saw Popeyes.
Yes. So,
What do we got about that?
have you ever had Popeyes?
Absolutely.
You know how amazing their biscuits are.
Yeah. Is this something online you're doing?
Yeah. This is something I just want to read it to you. About
Do
well,
it.
it's Instagram.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Georgia woman crashes car into Popeyes after her order was missing biscuits.
Man, I ain't
No
that-
biscuits? No, there ain't no biscuits in this bitch.
How fast does this shit go?
Opens up the glove compartment, takes out the manual. What's the 0 to 60 on this?
What's the 0 to 60 on this shit? Just start fucking hitting
Oh my God, I thought that was insane. I mean,
hits a launch control just to bust through a Popeyes window. That'd be so sick. Just goes in there, starts doing burnouts and donuts.
I just thought that was insane.
That is insane that someone could be that.
Crashes car into Popeyes after her order was missing the biscuits, which they're good biscuits.
It's a good biscuit, but it's also worth roughly 20 cents. If that.
Oh, it gets even worse.
Oh, no. What did they?
The manager said that prior to the crash, restaurant staff gave 50-year-old person, I'm not going to say her name,
50.
Biscuits to rectify the error, but she was still not happy and, in quotes, would drive her vehicle into the building. Eventually,
So, they gave her biscuits.
yeah. They ended up giving them to her after it had happened, but she was unhappy enough for... What? Wait,
Okay.
hold up. She eventually returned and allegedly drove her SUV into the chicken restaurant, narrowly missing an 18-year-old employee.
How do you allegedly drive a vehicle?
The vehicle crashed through a part of the wall along with the doors of the building, then continued to force her vehicle another 4 feet inside the building, and debris made it until the debris made it impossible for her to go further.
I love the unnecessary detail in that.
Yeah.
The wall and the outside doors. What the fuck else is on the building? What the fuck else is on the outside of the building? You idiot.
It's the second building outside. Well, it's the
Right.
second set of doors that doesn't go into the building. It's the door on the
right.
side it's just weird that it's out there.
Yeah, it's just one random spinning door in the middle of the parking
Oh, that's
lot.
me.
Oh,
Whoa.
there's Carson. Yep. That's funny.
This other one was a Chinese city is offering couples almost $2,900 to have a third child. Let's move to China.
I was about to say I could make bank.
And let's start just having babies.
Me and you go there and start having babies.
Yep.
Yup.
Which I just thought that was a weird thing.
Do we get that if we donate sperm to China?
Those having a second child will receive about $720.
Okay.
So
That's funny that you can get. Not only is that child a tax break, now you're getting paid for it.
and they're offering subsides of up to $72 a month till a child is 3 years old.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So they're
Their
just
population is that low.
have babies.
Yeah, you guys went from no babies to please.
I know, what a flip.
Yeah.
No more to all right, guys.
Okay,
Let's,
so
I'm sorry.
our bad.
That thing that happened
Here, guys, let's just.
here's let me just hold on, let me get in this real quick.
They slip him like a 20.
just I know
Just-
you guys like to fuck.
Between
Just-
us. Between us.
I know. Just here you go. I had a vasectomy. It's a well. Yeah, I know you have a neighbor or a friend. Just
give them the money.
But I just thought that was wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, the other one is still on Instagram.
Oh, nice.
I
I don't like the little giggles.
So this
oh,
one
is this the one you were trying to find before we started?
Yes.
Okay.
I found this video, and you might have already seen it, but I found this video while I was hanging out down here watching Ben 10.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You got me hooked.
It's so good.
I was watching Ben 10 and just I was just scrolling through Instagram and this video pops up and I was laughing so hard. On top of the video, person who was watching it reacting to it was laughing as hard and wheezing that I just couldn't breathe. I was in tears and my mom goes, "Are you crying down there?" And I'm all oh my god. She's like, "What is going on?" And I'm like, hold on. Oh my god. Oh my god. And then I'm trying to calm down and the video is still replaying, so I'm hearing what's going on and dying even more. It's one of those videos where it keeps replaying over and over and over again and it just gets better every time. So I eventually went up and showed her and she was having almost the same reaction.
Good
It
shit.
was so funny.
Oh, boy.
And the first video I saw had this video on their podcast. So I don't know if we're allowed to do that, but they did.
I'd say we're allowed then.
Yeah, if they had it on their podcast, I think we could have it on our podcast.
I think so.
So I can put it in, hopefully, over the top of him watching this.
Having a lot of sexual escapades as of late, like having little adventures with some freaky Chicago girls. And I've come to the realization, I've been talking to one, that I don't think pegging is necessarily that gay.
It's just, they look so frantic. Oh my god! And
I don't think pegging's that gay.
and then I'll cut this down a little bit, but I just wanted to show you this. This is what I had found.
Oh, yep, there's Bert. Yep. There's Bert. Yep.
He kills me. And
His laugh is so contagious.
And what the best part about that video is that he keeps going, and then he goes, I'm never gonna be that funny. He's like, how am I ever gonna be that funny ever again? He's like,
that is
I'm
so
never gonna
funny.
beat that.
No, same. How do you beat that?
And then it plays again, and it ramps back up, and he's all doing that thing, and he goes, I'm gonna throw up. And he's like losing it even more, and oh my god, and that was the video that was replaying over and over
Yeah.
again. Not only does the guy, I don't think pegging's really that gay. Boom,
Boom,
and just eats
dead.
it, and then they're trying to frantically get him back up, and
they
then
looked just like
Bert wheezing like that over the top of it. Like all of those events put together
Oh my god.
was killing me, and it just kept replaying over and over and over again while I was down here crying, and oh my god, it was so good.
There are times I want to ask Trace, because this is my roommate I share a wall with. I want to ask him do you hear me randomly giggling to myself at dead of night, just watching TikTok? I want to ask him so
Yeah.
bad, because I'm sitting there, 11 p.m. just you can just hear TikTok. just I don't know why.
And all of a sudden it just goes, let me do it for you, and you all, do it for you.
I lost my train of thought.
You want to ask him if he ever hears you.
Right, because it's just like, he probably does. Because I'm sitting there just dead at night. I don't know why, but in my own house, I feel like I still have to be quiet when it's late. When it's late, I still feel like I have to be quiet. So I'm sitting there by myself, trying not to laugh, making it fucking worse. And then occasionally just a loud one escapes. Just like, just one of those.
And then he just, well, fuck.
It's like, wait, I own this place. I can do what I
See,
want.
that was how it was with me because Brighton was the next. He was the wall next to me, so it was the same thing. And there were times where I could hear him, like I heard him sneeze through his wall. I was just like sitting there. Yeah, I was just minding my own fucking business, and all of a sudden I just hear. And then I text him and was like, "Oh, God bless you." And he goes, "You could hear that?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, damn!" Like he was like a little, like, uh-oh. And there were times where like I could hear him playing music or like just other things, you know. And we used to do that same thing. Like there was one time, I think I had a girl over and we were watching a show, and Brighton and Brittany were over there. I think we were just watching a show, and then I'm texting Brighton or something like that, and Brittany knocks on the wall. And the person I was with was like, "What was that?" And I was like, "Oh, Brighton's on this other side of the wall." And she goes, "What?" And I go, "Yeah, him and Brittany are over there right now hanging out." And she wasn't from like our school or anything. Like she didn't really know them, but she knew Brighton.
Yeah.
And so she was like, "No way." And so then Brighton sent a video to me on Snapchat of Brittany knocking on the wall. So I sent a video back of the girl I was hanging out with knocking on the wall. And they were trying to listen for each other, but it was so funny because it was so off timing. Like, like Brittany would like in the video would send, and then the girl I was hanging out with would knock, and then she would just sit there. And so I'm still taking a video for some reason, and she's just sitting there with her ear egg next to the wall, waiting for someone to knock back. But they wouldn't knock back until I sent the video.
I was gonna say,
so we're both looking like idiots. Like,
yeah.
Are they gonna do it? Are they gonna do it? But granted, they could hear the knock.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know what was going on between all four of us being stupid. But it's so fucking funny.
That is pretty good.
That was a weird tangent.
Yeah.
But
a lot of what I hear from Trace's room, and I can hear him a lot. This guy rages so fucking hard.
This guy masturbates like no other.
Dude, it sounds like a jackhammer.
You walk in his room one time and there's just jackhammer noises on his computer.
Yeah. Search bar: how to confuse your roommate into thinking you're masturbating.
Just brrr, brrr, and he's just sitting in the corner, just.
But yeah, it's like he'll beat the shit out of his desk. Like he seriously punches that thing. I'll just hear him go, "Fuck!" Boom. Just as hard as he can, punches the shit out of the desk.
That's awesome.
And it, shakes everything.
Yeah.
Because it's right on the wall and shakes my room. I'm like, damn. I can just hear him getting so fucking pissed all the time. It's hilarious.
I'm sure we've talked about this. I know we talked about this. The earthquake that happened, and we were, not the Turkey ones, the one that happened here that was big enough that it was an actual earthquake.
Yeah. I remember that, yeah.
I remember us talking about it, but my bed was like shaking, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" I woke up, and then like my bottles were clinking together because my bottle collection is on above my, like where all my DVDs are right now.
Yeah.
I had a bottle collection up there, and actually I haven't opened the box that it's in since I moved here, because I don't know where to put it. I've got too much shit.
True.
So, but anyway. I just was thinking, like, at one point I had heard a loud noise, and I thought it was Brighton, and I was like, the fuck is he doing? And it was just part of the earthquake shaking the fucking house.
Yep.
And I was like, fuck.
Yeah. Living in Utah is interesting. We do not get a lot of natural disasters.
True.
Like, ever.
Don't test it right now.
I know.
With all the shit that's going on.
Somehow we have a hurricane. Yeah, like, earthquakes for us are very rare, too. Very rare. Well, I mean, not rare, but once big enough to matter.
Right.
Are rare.
Big enough for us to actually notice.
To like feel it. Yeah. That's just because of all the mountains around us. We just don't have to deal with a lot of that stuff. So I forget that other natural disasters happen constantly.
Right.
Like
all the time.
All the time, some shit is happening.
Yep. Everything all the time, all at once. Whatever the fuck that movie is.
True. Nice. You make sure you hit record.
Hey, thanks. Gotcha.
Actually, I wanted to say I just thought of this as I was sitting down.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, we took a pause. We can't think of anything to fucking talk about.
I wasn't gonna tell him.
I had to tell him because just as like a warning, if this next couple of minutes is absolute fucking ass or it's really good, you're gonna have to find out.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say lately I've been doing the Kronk thing and the Donald Trump thing a lot more. Like I had showed you just now the video of me doing the Trump voice for President's Day.
A lot of it is not even out of your own like volition. Other people are just like, do the voice.
Right. Well, like when Zach called me and he was like, "Do Kronk, do Kronk, do it." It's like the do Kronk.
the roar. Do the roar.
But I will just be sitting. It's like one of those things where people are like, you ever just be sitting there and all of a sudden you just make a noise and you scare yourself or something like that?
Oh yeah.
Like sometimes I'll be sitting there and I'll just be like,
Oh,
Yep.
you know, and I'll just start doing that.
whoa.
And then I was sitting there the other day and I was like,
What? Well, okay, hold on. You're telling me a shrimp fried this rice?
A shrimp fried. You're telling me.
Someone show me the shrimp. That's pretty impressive.
You're telling me the country fried this steak.
and like I just started randomly doing that, and then I was doing like a thing back and forth. This is how my mental health is declining. Is I was going,
Okay. Now, you're telling me a shrimp fried this rice?
And then I'd be like, well, you know what? I don't know if the shrimp actually fried the rice, but I think he did. I don't know him personally, so it's like he could have fried the rice.
and it's
Well, I mean, if you're telling me he fried the rice, then he fried the rice, right?
like I was going back and forth with my voices.
Why didn't you just record it?
I was just doing a mundane task and just started happening, like out of nowhere.
I get that though. There's times where I'll just randomly just sing a verse and then go quiet for another 6 hours.
That's how it is with the Kill Bill thing.
Yeah.
I'll be dead silent, and then just the whole verse comes out, and I'm like, well, all right.
I know. And you listen to a song, just fucking just start spinning and just.
Yeah. The last night I was playing Minecraft with Felipe and
With your therapist?
with my therapist, and I was just sitting there, and then I just went, never been shit, never had shit, never knew shit, never out, never do shit, damn, and never gave two shits, never had a rollie on a wrist. Like I just started going off with the song, and I was like, dead silent after that. I was like, where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah.
But what I was gonna talk about before that whole thing
All right.
was I was going through my emails, and I'm very anal
He's very anal.
about my notifications. Like I like to just clear them. So I'll go into my emails and just delete everything that I don't care about. And I know what yours looks like.
Yeah. See, the thing is, I love that, but it's gotten so bad.
Right. Well, and that's the thing is, I don't know if it's just because I keep signing up for things or whatever. Like we had talked about on one episode where it's like it makes you do it.
Yeah.
But one of my folders, it's like promotions or it's updates, one of the two, will just have 45 in one day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's insane. And so I'll go through and delete them. But I was going through, and one of them, it was Booking.com, said that I had like a 20% discount on a flight or something like that.
What the hell?
And I was like, shut the fuck up. And then in my head, I was like, oh, because I'm not going to Texas this year, maybe I can use it as like a quick like 4-day trip to Pennsylvania, go see my dad and my sisters and you know their mom and everything, just see how it's going out there.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking, I was like, well, maybe I do something closer. It's like a little trip for me. And I was like,
I've been wanting to do that.
but
yeah.
but I said me and Cade. And so immediately I was like, oh, Legoland, San Diego. Why don't I look at flights to San Diego, and we can, because it's like 30 minutes away from Legoland.
True.
And I was like, we could do like a 4-day trip to San Diego, stay in a hotel, go to Legoland,
It'd be so fun.
and just have the time of our lives at Legoland.
Only thing that sucks is we're not even old enough to rent a car.
Right. We would be like Ubering or something, which is so expensive.
Especially in Cali.
Yeah, it's bad. What I remember the last time I was out there, it was so insane. But and so then I was like, that would be kind of fun to go.
It'd
It's
be
a
really
4-day
fun.
trip, go hang out at Legoland, enjoy the time, and then you come back, whatever. And then I started thinking, I was like, well, San Diego is like the exact thing we just said. I was like, the traffic sucks. Even if we're getting a ride, it could take forever to get where we need to go.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And like just a whole thing. And so I was like getting a little worried about how that would work out without further planning.
Yeah.
So I was like, what else? I was like, there's got to be something a little closer. But and in my head, I was like, I don't want to go to a city right now. I was like, what would be nice is to go out somewhere that's just kind of like a fun, like maybe like an Airbnb in like Arizona or
Jackson
New
Hole.
Mexico or just anywhere that's, you know, but I was trying to go like south because it'll be warmer.
Fair. Yeah.
And then I was like, what about like Southern California? Because it would be warmer and then we could go to the beach still, like if
True.
it's warm enough
yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. So I was just looking everywhere, and then I was like, well, actually, St. George is kind of like that. And so then I completely went out of Booking.com, where the whole thing started with the discount code.
Yep.
I started looking at Airbnb and was looking at St. George, where it would be a drive, not a flight. It could be a flight.
It could be, but it would be useless.
Right. And then I was thinking, well, it's not that far away from Vegas. And then I was like, well, we can't do anything in
We
Vegas.
can't do
It's
anything
not
in Vegas,
fucking
yeah.
not worth it. So then I was like, all right, back to St. George. And so I started looking at Airbnbs, and I'm like, oh, it'd be fun to get like the whole group together to go to St. George.
It would be.
And so then I was like, I wonder if I can find like one of those big Airbnbs that just has it, like you can fit everyone in there. We can invite as many people as we can to fill in the price,
Yeah.
and we can just separate it evenly, and it'd be fun. And I was like, the fuck am I kidding? We can't even talk in a group chat together.
I was about to say that.
We can't even organize hanging out on a weekend because no one thinks with their fucking brain.
It's true.
But it does. I'm not excluding myself. I do the same thing sometimes.
We all do.
But it's just like it's so frustrating that no one plans correctly or anything. And like the one time I had said, let's go stay at Bear Lake,
Yeah.
or
No,
it's somewhere in Idaho. It was lava. Yeah. I was like, let's just go stay up there for the weekend. And someone was like, that sounds like fun. And no one acknowledged it.
No one else.
I was
it,
like,
was, it was me
yeah.
that said
yeah.
that sounds like fun.
And then no one else acknowledged it.
yeah.
And when we
It's-
did talk about that, but
it's frustrating.
I was like, who the fuck am I kidding, dude? Like,
Yeah.
there's no way I could get everyone, especially because some people are going to be like, well, and
Exactly.
well,
Well,
I got to take a shower first. This fucking guy.
no, it's like I want to do something around the same lines, just going on like a big group trip.
Yeah.
Have fun with my friends. Go be away from.
And that right there, in and of itself, bringing my camera and filming stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of like
It'd be so fun.
like the Misfits do. They take their cameras and stuff on big trips and have fun. I was
Yeah.
like, that would be fucking awesome.
It'd be so cool. But we cannot. It'd be easier to round up 5,000 bowls
It would
than
be-
to get all those motherfuckers an hour away from their houses.
It would be easier to find my missing socks than to get that together.
True.
It'd be easier to find all the guitar picks that I've lost.
It would be easier to find the clitoris. And we all know that's
not real.
It's not even real.
That's an old wives' tale.
Jesus.
No. It would be easier to find the clit than it would be to get our group to actually conform to one idea and stay on track with it.
Absolutely.
So, that's and then I got frustrated and then got off, and the whole thing just went out.
I'm still like in the back of my mind planning my Florida trip
Yeah,
because I still want to go.
that's where Garrett is right now. He's in Florida. Let's just hit him up.
Hey, can you stay there for a couple days?
Just want to
I'm
hold
on my way.
But it was one of those things where I was like, this would be so much fun.
You get so excited
And then I was
for
like,
it, and then it just crashes.
yeah, okay, that's not gonna happen.
That's what happened with like my personal trip as well. Like everything was like, yes, let's go, and then just everything else that was going on just crashed it.
Yep.
I was
And then I told Mom the same story. I was like, I got a thing for Booking.com and all this kind of stuff. I was like, go to Legoland in San Diego, and she was like, I'd go. And I was like,
Would you?
I was like, that would actually be kind of fun. Like just
No, that would be really
whether or
fun.
not Caleb wanted to go, we could go to Legoland and hang out like a 4-day trip because they just went down to St. George for however long, like a week.
True.
It would be easy to just go to like a quick little trip, and she's old enough to rent a car or whatever,
Yeah.
so that would be.
We could
nice.
just be gone for a weekend.
And that's what it kind of boosted it a little, and then I was like, but when the fuck is she gonna have time for that? Because her
Yeah.
schedules. She was complaining to me the other day about how busy she
yeah.
is, and I was just like,
Yeah. So when is she gonna be able to find time?
right. And I was like, well,
Granted, when are we gonna be able to find time?
I could do it.
Now I can. I don't have to edit on weekends.
Yeah, true. I know the reason why I texted you the other day. I texted Kate. I was like, hey, you don't have to edit to a gaming episode this week.
Yeah. It's weird.
And I texted you that, and I was gonna say, let's go to Chili's. Let's go get a little Thursday night dinner. Like, let's get a little thing going. And then I was like, oh, but I kind of want to go to Hug Hess with Caleb because I just want to take him out to dinner,
That's fair.
And then I got home, and I don't remember what happened, but then all of a sudden it was 7 o'clock, and my mom and I were eating our microwave dinners, and I was like,
Wait.
hold on.
Wait a minute.
Oh, that was That was yesterday.
It was.
Yeah, so that was the photo shoot happened, and then I sat down and started editing, and then Felipe wanted to play Minecraft. That's what happened.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I completely spaced it. But that was the whole reason why I texted you. I was like, you don't have to edit. We could go to dinner. And then I went, we don't have to edit.
Yeah, and then that's it. That's all he said. Yeah. I wasn't able to get any footage yet, but I am hopeful to try and get an episode up, a video up next week, hopefully.
Next week as in when this comes out, or next week as in the after this week? This
So
comes
I
out?
guess the week of this coming out.
Okay.
I want to try to get one out, hopefully. I just barely made the channel.
Yeah, just barely.
Just barely. So I also still need to get I need to round up a couple people, you and
Yeah.
then 2 others, to play a stupid card game with me online.
Ooh,
Spoiler.
we should have bought that while I had that pulled up. I'll
True.
pull it back up and I'll buy
Yeah.
it.
But yeah, so maybe be on the lookout for that. I don't know yet. I'll keep you updated.
If it happens, then we'll post it on the Instagram
Yeah.
story and stuff like that, and I'll post it on my story. And we'll push it so that people can see that.
Perfect.
But
yeah. Let's hit a would you rather.
let's hit a would you rather.
Real quick, did we finish what we were saying?
I don't know where I was going with it,
Me neither.
so I think it's fine.
Okay.
I think it's okay. There's a lot of places that I want to go. I really want to go to Italy.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
So bad. Or Australia.
I just want to go somewhere out of country and see like
Something.
cool places like Greece,
Yeah.
Japan. The architecture in Japan is fucking nuts. Looks beautiful there.
I like, and I'm thinking of places that my family, like I have an uncle that lives out in Australia. I was like, that'd be kind of cool. Go say hi to him. And then I was like, I also have family in California.
Oh,
And I have family in Vegas.
you have family
I have family
everywhere.
in Texas. I have family in Pennsylvania.
All of
So-
my family is like here.
Yeah.
No, are they in California? I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
So you remember how this is called, like on this it just says what the fuck? Okay, keep that in mind. What sexual position would you prefer to act out with player one?
Doggy.
That's one of them. And reverse cowgirl's the other one.
Yes, I would like to see you in
What's
doggy
the
style.
what's the one where I jump in from the rafters?
It's called the Hulk Hogan.
Okay, yeah, that one.
Yeah, I know. I need to really read up on my Kama Sutra.
Go. Hold on. Got it. There it is. Oh, wait, that wrong one. Pulls out the huge like fist, like in that X-ray. Oh, my bad.
Oh, let me just.
Oh, I'm recording. Oh, shit. I was about to say, it's like one of those pencils we had in like elementary school where like there's like eraser cartridges and like you have to like replace it and you get the top one. It's like you just whoop, you gotta get that item.
It's just so dumb.
This.
Oh, right.
What would you rather carry around in your pocket for the next year? A diseased human lung, a pound of bird crap. I think a diseased human lung would be a good conversation piece.
Yeah, and also having a pound constantly in your pocket.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a pound hanging off to the side of my pocket, you know what I mean? Fucking.
I don't.
I got a whole lot of sausage links in there.
Oh, do you?
'Cause I just stopped by the
Jimmy Dean?
the butcher. Yeah, well, yeah, but like there's like a butcher shop,
Oh.
and I usually stop by there, and I just pick
Gotcha.
up some links, throw
Gotcha,
that in my
okay,
pocket,
yeah,
and it's, they buy the pound.
Makes sense. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
by the pound, so I put that in my pocket, and
No, it makes total sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so. But it's an issue when I go past the dogs.
I know, it's weird.
All the bitches. So
All them bitches. Right? All them bitches go barking when you walk away with your meat slanging.
all the bitches start barking when I walk away with my meat links.
Yep.
Well, I think a diseased human lung. Can you imagine you're like at a party?
Hey, guess what?
You've got like champagne or something. It's it's like not formal, but it's a nice party.
You look
And
over,
then-
there's just...
Well, no, it's you, and it's just in your pocket, and you're just, oh, hey, how you doing? And you start having like a nice conversation with a woman and stuff, and she's like, why is your pocket? It looks like it's something soaking through your pocket. You're like, oh, I forgot. Hold on, I'll just show you because it's kind of it's a funny story actually, and let me just, it's in your hand, and then she's like, oh.
It's somehow like still breathing.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? And you're like, okay, so the way I acquired this, and you just start
So-
going into detail about how
And also, don't get near it because you will die.
it will kill you.
Yeah.
And it's like it's got like tar and like nastiness
Yeah.
all over it.
This thing's got COVID-69.
It's like it's a singular lung that's just and I just think that would be and like I mean the lung would smell. It's diseased, and it's
Yeah.
decaying.
And, yeah, I was gonna say,
But, like,
and rotting.
But like the bird shit, I just don't know if I like that.
I don't think I want bird shit in my pocket.
Because if you imagine if you put it in your pocket, it's like when you have a bag of candy in your pocket and it stays warm and it just kind of like swashes around.
Wait a minute. I might change my answer
What's that?
because I'm changing my attack pattern.
Okay. You
So,
can use it as a weapon,
yes.
dude.
Does
imagine
it-
getting a
Does it
pound of bird shit.
regenerate in your pocket?
You know how funny that'd be.
Like, the stuff you throw, does that go back in your pocket, or does your pocket refill?
It'd be so funny.
Because if it refills, you just
You know what would be really funny is to go back to the diseased lung with that same idea and
true and
what
just
you do is
nuke the world.
you go back with that same idea with the diseased lung and same scenario at a party and all of a sudden you go and then you take it out of your pocket and go and like throw it as if you had just coughed up a lung literally. And then everyone's like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And you're all, "Oh, my lung!" It's just like the biggest prank.
Yeah.
and you're all, "Just kidding," and you just pull out the second one, it's on the ground. They're like,
What?
"Where are you getting these?" And you're all, "There's a third one. There's a fourth one."
Dude, never mind. Changing my answer again. Because if the lung regenerates, black market.
You could just sell diseased lungs.
GTA money glitch. What?
But then if you with the bird poop, like you just go to the highest building you can and just start, whoop, just like a water balloon.
Yeah.
just, boom.
Just a river of bird shit.
Oh my god! Literally, you fit a pound of bird shit in your pocket. I feel like that would, like in my head.
Bird shit, yeah.
In my head, I'm thinking that like it's got to be like a maybe a grocery bag full of bird shit would be a pound.
Is it compressed?
Do we get to like not like shrink wrap it, but when you vacuum seal it,
Yeah.
like do you get to that so that it stays in there, you're not losing some in your pocket.
Oh, that'd be so easy then.
Right?
That'd be so easy.
And you can grenade that thing. You just poke a hole in it and drop it,
True.
and the vacuum unseals, and then it can, Genius.
Genius.
I think we should make this a thing.
Think they'll buy it?
You know what? Let's go get some diseased lungs
Okay.
from the guy that this actually happened to. Yeah.
Here.
Oh, that's my pancreas.
Shit, that's the kidney.
I need that. Did you just chew that? No, don't worry about
No,
it.
it's mine. I can do what I want with
can
it.
do what I want with my kidneys. Well, fuck.
Fucking all right, yeah.
I guess we could probably end it there.
More than likely. By the way, if you're not on YouTube already, if you are, good job. Hit subscribe. If you're not on YouTube, jump on over to YouTube really quick. Go ahead and pole vault yourself drunkenly 20 feet across the other way to our channel and hit
Over
subscribe.
the top of the guy holding the package that doesn't know where he's going.
Exactly. And then
And hit the subscribe.
hit subscribe, comment, post notifications. Make sure to like the video. All right.
All right.
All right. Make sure to have a good rest of your week. Be safe. And we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time. I'm gonna be honest with you. The energy drink,
Yeah.
I think it kicked in halfway through this, and I've just kind of been shaking.
Yeah.
Like, it's a little rough right now.
I told you it would not be a good idea.
I know you said it wasn't a good idea, but it seemed like tasty,
It is tasty, but now it's 8 p.m.
and I'm
and you're shaking from caffeine.
Yeah.
You're not going to sleep very well tonight.
Or
Or you're going to crash and sleep great.
yeah, or I just stay up until I'm all, and I just fall asleep.
True.
I guess we'll find out.
Well, I found the end of the video where